I'm tired, I'm hungry, but I'm out in the Peak District. Come and join me on this week's Landscape Adventures. So yesterday I filmed the last video, and this morning I had to get up early to do some bits and bobs outside of the house, and I noticed what a glorious day it was. So I decided that I was going to have a look for somewhere locally to jump in the car to and take some photos. Now I had a look around Leicestershire, but I couldn't find anywhere that really caught my fancy. So I did what I did a few weeks ago and started searching around the Derbyshire Dales. So I'm now here at Monsal Head, and I'm going to try and walk the Monsal Trail. Now I'm here quite late, unfortunately, due to a bit of dilly-dallying around. It's 1:30, so I don't know how long I've got. The pictures I've seen of the things on this trail are fantastic, and the skies have been very good to me. I did come through some horrific weather on the way here, but now I'm here, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see how this goes. I've not even left the car park yet. Have a look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's some wonderful lighting on the side of the hill, some valleys, some buildings. What a great start. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm now by this little bridge. I've been pulling out my filters and trying some shots of this water here. Obviously with you can see how harsh the sun is in the sky here compared to the light in the valleys, so I've had to use the ND hard grad. Of course the problem is that there's a lot of people around, so people coming into photos is a bit of a pain in the backside. But it's going to happen if you come out on a Saturday to somewhere that is known as a local tourist spot, I suppose. There's lots to see in this place. I mean, I've barely gone far at all. I've just walked down this little valley and up onto the viaduct, and now I'm on the little bridge above the viaduct. It's just gone really quiet, and I don't know, I suddenly feel like I'm all of a sudden really fatigued. I've got some water with me, didn't bring any food. I think the sunset here is going to be gorgeous. I don't quite know what to do with myself now because I haven't got a huge amount of time till sunset. I don't want to go too far because I think the viaduct at sunset will be amazing, but I could really do with a sit down. I've just done some shots of some graffiti on a little outhouse building out here, but yeah, my creativity is definitely suffering, and I'm feeling quite tired. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to go to the top of the hill. I think I've just seen a path up there, which should hopefully give me a nice position for sunset. Still got another hour or so, so once I'm up there, if it's crap, I'll come back down again, go to the viaduct and find something interesting to do there. As long as I'm not too far from the viaduct, I should be fine. I've been distracted halfway up the hill again. I've come across these wonderful ruins, and it's really frustrating because there's so much distraction here that you can't really get a decent shot of any of them. Stuff like this really sets my imagination off. You can sort of imagine it coming from a fantasy type movie, you know, like a Lord of the Rings or something, or a, you know, even it's one of the fairy tales or cartoons. You can imagine this being where Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs lived, out in the woods. Have I got that right? I probably haven't. Don't quote me. Don't correct me. I don't care. I'm going to keep going up the hill. I think I might have missed sunset, but we're going to get blue hour, so let's see what we can do with that. It's really interesting and frustrating because I've got this wonderful sort of wall thing here, and I mean that shot just proves my point. My point being that it's really difficult to bring out the 3D qualities of somewhere like this. I've just taken a couple of shots that I know are going to be flat as hell. I'll see what I can do to try and bring out the 3 dimensions. Frustrating. So I'm at the top of the hill, and surprise, surprise, it's flat as hell. There's nothing here. There's nothing interesting to shoot. I've now got two choices. I either go back the way I came, which would be the sensible option, or I go down this other route down here, which I think will take me back to the viaduct. Now, if you know me, you'll know I don't do the sensible option. So I followed the path down, and it brought me to the viaduct, and it's just really peaceful here. All you can hear is the birds and the water. and everyone's gone now because it's not as warm as it was earlier and there's not as much sunlight as it was earlier. The shot of the bridge isn't going to be much, just because of the number of obstructions and the time of day and the lack of light. I'm also reluctant to go too far towards the river because it's very, very boggy, and I'm just worried that if I step too far I'm going to end up somewhere I can't get out of. But I think I'm going to have some time here on my own for a bit because this is peaceful. Right, last few shots before I get back to the car. I'm on top of the viaduct. I've taken a shot over from where I was a minute ago. Literally 30 seconds ago, this tunnel behind me had lights on, which looked absolutely amazing, but now they've gone off. That's really annoying. Also, I don't know how I get back from here, so I better move before it gets too dark. Back in the car and I'm in one piece. The tunnel, when I got to it, thankfully there were two paths either side of it, and one of them was back up to the pub where I parked my car. So come back in one piece. I took a few pictures of the tunnel while I was there. It's been a really fun day again. It's been really nice exploring this area. I kind of wish a little bit that maybe I'd gone on the trail instead, because my original plan was to find the trail and walk on it and stay on it because it's supposed to be beautiful and there's a number of things to see on the way, but there was so much to see in this vicinity that I just ended up staying here. Maybe I'll come back another day. I know I always say that, but there's so much to discover that it would be a shame if I didn't. So that brings us to the end of this episode. As always, please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. That's really, really important to me. Subscribe, even if you don't want to watch my videos. It will just pop up on your front screen once a week. You can just ignore it, right? But do it anyway. It will really help me out. And leave me some kind of comment. I don't care what it is. I mean, tell me I'm doing things wrong. Tell me I'm doing things right. Tell me that my hat looks ridiculous. I don't really care. Do what you like. But leave something there anyway. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.